guys, today I'm filming my Shop My Stash for May of 2020. This is going to be the last month that I use my spring makeup products. I cannot believe that it is this time of year already. I think we're all in the same boat. We've all been quarantined for the past like at least month, but most of us month and a half, and it has gone by really quickly. And unfortunately I didn't wear as much of my makeup as I wanted to, and that's affected my project pan, which you guys will see in my update coming soon. I've been working from home. I only went into the office 1 week. I thought I was going to be in there 2 weeks to have, you know, 10 days of like full face makeup use, but I was only there for 1 week. But I used a lot of the products, not everything, so there might be some things that I'm rolling over into this month to try to get some more use out of. So I'm just going to start by reviewing some of the products that I had used last month. I will have last month's makeup basket link in the cards. So we're going to start with cheek products. So the highlighter that I was using for the month was Benefit Tickle. This was really kind of like the first time that I've used this one, and I was worried it was going to be too dark for me, but it's not. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing something else, but I think this looks so beautiful on the skin. It doesn't have too dark pink of a base. It has a beautiful reflect to it, but it's a wearable color. I love this. I did not expect to, but I really enjoy it. This will be in my spring favorites, and the formula is incredible. So I would love it if Benefit would release more shades because they really have nailed a good formula. Then for the blushes I use, the first one is this Ciate blush in Summer Love. The first thing I don't like is the packaging. It's cute looking, but it's really hard to open, and unfortunately I have a couple of like little gouges in the corner for me trying to like pop it open with my nail. This is a pretty peachy color, but it does have that like champagne highlight mixed in, which right now is just looking a little dusty and glittery on my cheeks, which I don't love. And the more I try to kind of build up the blush, I'm still getting a lot of that highlight. So that is a bummer. I don't think it mixes as well as you might think it would. So I think this is a pretty blush. It was pricey. I will be hanging on to it. This is definitely not something I needed in my collection. And if I could have gone back in time, I probably would have passed on this. So I don't really recommend those blushes. If you're wanting a good shimmery blush, I would recommend the Becca blushes. I think they're really, really nice. This one is the mineral blush in the shade Flowerchild. I love the way this one looked in the skin. It just looked so glowy and beautiful. This is a really pretty warm tone pink, and it has a bit of like a champagne-y golden shift to it, but it does not look like NARS Orgasm to me. I love this blush. Highly recommend this one. Like I said, if you're looking for a glowy blush, I'd pick the Becca over the Ciate. Next, I have the Zoella and ColourPop blush in Soulmate. This is a beautiful, warm, peachy pink color, but I do have a lot of things that are similar that for some reason make me a little bit more excited. So this is something I am going to be decluttering and sending to my friend Jean. So it's a good product, but if you guys have seen my collection, my inventory, I have so many blushes, especially peachy pinks, that I have to let some of them go. And then my last two blushes are from the Balm. This is Down Boy, which is a really light, bright, matte blue tone pink. And then we have Frat Boy, which is a matte peachy pink. I love this blush. It was one of my first blush favorites, and I'm still really in love with this one. Down Boy, I want to hold on to because it is one of the first blushes that I've owned, but I don't reach for this anymore. Now, in the spring, I used to go with like some blue tone pinks or peaches. Honestly, now I'm just like straight peach. So I have a couple blue tone pinks that I am going to be testing. I tested one last month. I'm going to test two this month and see if I want to keep that kind of color in my collection at all. So unfortunately and sadly, I will be decluttering this blush. Like I said, I have to make myself reach for it. It's not something that I naturally want to use. So I am going to be decluttering two blushes. I have two that I would absolutely recommend, and then the Ciate I'm going to keep, but I'm not in love with. So then for eyeshadow, I did have one single. This is the Buxom eyeshadow in the shade La La Lavish. It's a beautiful purple with like a blue pink duochrome shift to it. This is a beautiful shade, but I do have Makeup Geek backlight in a single pan version. It's really the exact same shadow. They perform just as well. I would rather have the Makeup Geek, so I'm going to pass this one on to a friend. This is just a little sample, but it does perform very well. And then for palettes, I had the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. I did get a lot of use out of this one. I love this palette. It's my favorite ColourPop palette. I did recently film a video on if I could create my own ColourPop favorites kit, what would be the 5 products I would include. I'll link it in the cards. This was the palette I chose. Love this one. I was so bummed when I went to do my makeup for a video. I decided I wanted to get another use out of this palette. And then I realized that I created the exact same look I did a few days prior to that. So then really quickly I like plopped on the shimmery pink on my lid to like in the center to give a little bit of a different effect. And the rest of my makeup was a little different, but I was like, really, Heather, you wore this palette 3 times and 2 of the 3 times you wore the same freaking look. So one of my favorites, absolutely love it. And I was happy to get some more use out of that. Then I did roll over the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I did use this, I think maybe 1 or 2 more times. I do like this palette. I am happy to have this in my collection. I do think it's a little weird that it's like half neutral, half like pastel shades. I wish it was all one or the other, but I do like the formula. This will be hanging out in my collection for a little bit longer. Then for lip products, we had 2 bullet lipsticks, 2 liquid lipsticks, and 2 glosses. So for the bullet lipsticks, this is Urban Decay Criminal. It's a really pretty warm pink. It's a comfort matte finish. I tried this on the other day and I did not like the way it looked. And I paired it with like a neutral eye, which is what I would pair this lipstick with, and I really didn't love it. So I am going to put this in my chopping block and I'm going to test it more to see if I want to keep it or not, because I actually think I'm going to end up decluttering this. We'll see, but I think I am going to. And then the other one I am going to get rid of. This is Revlon's Super Lustrous Lipstick and Primers. It was one of my first favorite lipsticks ever. It's a great formula. I love that it's a little more sheer. It makes this kind of color wearable. It's comfortable. It's very pretty. But like I said, I am just not into blue tone pinks anymore. So I'm going to be passing on this one as well, which just breaks my heart, but I'm not using it. Next, for liquid lipsticks, we have Dose of Colors Bear With Me, which is the peachy one, and then Rosebud, which is the blue tone pink. I did not wear Rosebud. This is the one blue tone pink that I really love, and if I can only have one in my collection, it will be this one. Let me show you the difference in some of these pinks. So I did wear Bear With Me, I think twice. Love it. Definitely keeping this in my collection. I'm going to put it back. Rosebud I did not wear in a video, which means I didn't wear it at all. So I'm going to roll this one over into this month to use. Then let me pair it next to Revlon Primrose. You can see this one is a lot more pink. Rosebud looks like it has a little bit more purple in it. It's a little bit more muted. I find this one to be a little bit more wearable. And I'm going to leave these to show you compared to blue tone pinks for this month. Then for my glosses, I had 2 Buxom Full-On Lip Creams. The mini is in Pink Champagne. I ended up using this once, but then I ended up wiping it off and putting something else on top or something else instead. So I'm gonna roll this over into next month. Then I did have Buxom Creamsicle. I did wear this in a video, loved it. So this is gonna go back in my collection. So we've got 2 rollovers, 2 possible declutters, and then 2 that are tested and loved and will go back in my collection. And lastly, I wanted to talk about the nail polishes from last month. I don't usually do that, but I decided to this time because I was testing out some polishes that I wanted to see if I really wanted to keep in my collection. So the first one was the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear in Lacy Lilac. I am all the way down here where that like pink settling is, which is insane. I've used like 3/4 of this bottle, which is incredible. I love this polish. It's so beautiful. It's a nice formula, but this has gotten way too thick. I did put polish thinner in here a couple times and it was still very, very gloopy and hard to apply. So I am going to be trashing this one, which is sad. And unfortunately, the same with this Formula X Alive. This is a beautiful peachy polish, one of my favorite peaches of all time. Now there are more peaches, but at the time I purchased this, I had a very, very hard time finding a perfect peach. Either things were too orange, too pink. This was perfect, but unfortunately this one is all gooped up too. I also put polish thinner in there and it really is not working. So I am all the way down here. So again, I used about 3/4 of this bottle. It doesn't go down all the way, as you can see. So I am really proud of how much I used up. I did also get this one on clearance for like $5. Very sad to see it go, but it is Goopy the House. The next one I have is Formula X Legendary. This is a really pretty polish. I do have a lot of things similar, so this might be something I declutter in the future, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now and compare it to some of the other shades that I have. Then what I'm wearing on my nails today is 90 Lacquer Let It Rain. It is such a beautiful blue with like some holographic particles in it. It's looking really pretty on camera. In person, I used 3 coats and it's still a little bit sheer. Out of all of my polishes I have from this brand, this one probably is my least favorite. I'm gonna hold on to it for now. It might be something I declutter in the future, but it's just so hard for me to declutter polishes from my fave indie brands. So for polishes, 2 are going in the trash and 2 possible declutters. I need to compare them because I have a lot of spring polishes. So those are my thoughts on the products from last month. If there's anything that I did not review, it is because it was in my Partners in Cream project pan, and that update is coming soon where you'll hear my thoughts on those products. I'll have my playlist linked up in the cards. So now getting into the products for this month, I actually did not pick out any nail polishes. Like I said, I have a ton of spring polishes, so I am going to try my best to change my nail color every couple of days. I am kind of lazy about it. I just feel kind of busy in the day and don't really have time to, but I need to make the time so I can test these out and get my collection down. So I'm not pulling out anything in particular, but I can show you guys next month what I ended up using and then what I did with those polishes. So I'm hoping I can use quite a few. I have at least 4 pulled out that I'm considering decluttering, but like that's how many times I normally paint my nails a month is 4 times. So I need to try to do like every 2 or 3 days. So we'll see. 3 days is that'd be a little bit more likely for me, maybe every 4 days. I don't know. I hope I can test out more polishes. I'll keep you posted on that. For brows, we've got the same things in here. So I've got my NYX Eyebrow Shaper Wax Pencil. My brow pencil combo is my NYX Micro Brow and Taupe and the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil. For brow gel, I'm using my last little tube of the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I did just open a new one for that. So now onto complexion products. For primers, of course, I have 3. I have my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I have the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which I'm using all over, and the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, which I'm using to fill in my pores. I am almost done with this. That's so exciting. I'm really hoping I can finish it by next month. For foundation, I'm still using the same combo of the IT Cosmetics Matte CC Cream and Fair and the ColourPop No Filter Foundation and Fair 15. For under eye concealer, I'm actually rotating between the different concealers in my collection. I've already filmed part of a project you guys will see soon, and I usually will just open up like 1 or 2 concealers at a time, but I only I have a couple, so I'm going to open them all, test them, find the ones that I like and want to keep. So I'm just going to be playing around with my concealers, so I don't have any specific ones pulled for this month. For blemish concealer, I have my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have my MAC Studio Finish Concealer to fill in my forehead wrinkles. To set my under eyes and my face, I'm using the Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And for setting spray, I'm going to use this Makeup Forever Mist and Fix 02. I guess this is their new version of their setting spray. Moving on to cheeks, I do have 2 cream products. I am going to be using the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. This is just a little sample size. Then I have the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector Liquid Highlight in the shade Moonstone. For bronzer and contour, I'm using the same thing as before. I have my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. To contour, I am using the Too Faced Original Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. For highlight, I'm still using the Pixi Glowy Powder in London Luster. And then the other highlight I'm going to be using is Becca's Lilac Geode. It is similar to Benefit Tickle, but a little bit deeper. You definitely don't need them both, but I'm happy I have them and I want to test this one out this month. For blushes, I have several things that are in my chopping block. So that would be the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Peach Pop. I've gotten a lot of use out of this one, but I don't know if I love it as much as I used to. Then we have another pink blush. This is the Balm Instinct in Argyle, which is a warm pink. Then I've got two of the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. The first one is what I'm wearing today. This is the peach color, I Will Always Love You. Then I have this limited edition shade in the color Funfetti. And lastly, I have a face palette that is in my chopping block. This is the Done Deal Duo, which has this very, very bright blue tone pink blush and this really beautiful highlighter. So I want to use all my pink blushes, like I said, so I can decide if I want to keep any of them, get rid of all of them. This is going to be hard because that highlight's so beautiful, but I haven't used it in a long time. So those are all of the cheek products I'm going to use this month. Like I said, a lot of chopping block things here and neglected products. For eyes, I did finally start using my new eye primer. I finished up the Smashbox one just a few days ago, which is super exciting. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia eye primer. I used it for the first time today. I do like the color and the way it blends out, so definitely going to enjoy using that. Then another like rollover product. These would be the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. This one is Froze. This one is Paradise Found. Just a couple of must-have everyday neutral shades for me that I like to pair with Anastasia, Birkin, and Bengal. I am like, hello, why have I not hit pan on this shadow? I use it all the time. I'm wearing them today for a transition and crease. And these two go really nicely with all the other shadows I have pulled actually. So I've got two ColourPop Super Shocks. This one is Belladonna Lily. It's what I'm wearing on my lids today. That's a matte shade. Then I've got Snapdragon, which is also a matte shade. This one is darker and more green, while Belladonna Lily is lighter and more blue. And then the other eyeshadow I have is a MAC pigment in True Chartreuse. I haven't used this one in years, but again, these transition and crease colors work perfectly with all of those shadows, which is very exciting. I'm hoping that I can hit pan on Bengal this month, but we'll see. Then I've got a couple liquid shadows to use. This would be the Stila Glitter and Glow in Rose Gold Retro and the Pixi Liquid Fairy Lights in Rose Gold. For liner and mascara, I've got the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Prance, which is the Periwinkle Blue. I have the IT Cosmetics Superhero Liquid Liner. Just pulled this out to use for this month. I'm wearing it for the first time today. It's a really nice brush tip liner. Then for mascara primer, I have the Lancome Sills Booster. And then I pulled out two new mascaras for this month. Like I told you guys, I'm rotating my mascaras every 2 months. And I'm really loving this combo. So we have the Pure Fully Charged Mascara, which is a natural bristle brush and a wet formula. Autofocus, isn't this so exciting? And then I have the Smashbox Superfan Mascara, which is a plastic wand and a wet formula. Love layering these. These are what my lashes look like. I messed up my eyeshadow a little bit, but like, look how impressive my mascara looks. This, wow, look. Seriously, this mascara is incredible. So then for my palettes this month, I just have a small one. This is the Natasha Denona Coral Palette. I'm gonna be focusing on these two shades, and I might use a little bit of that one as well. Then I am gonna be using this Buxom palette of singles that my friend Amanda sent me. I have not used these yet, but if they're anything like that little sample of La La Lavish, I know I'll really enjoy them. And then I have my Z palette of single shadows. I did update this once again. I got rid of a few of the mini shades, so I will have all of the names listed down below. I'm so happy you guys can finally see what this looks like in focus. You can tell hopefully the differences between all those purple shadows. I know that they do look kind of similar. Then for my lip products for the month, I also have 6. I have 1 bullet lipstick, a jumbo lip crayon, 2 liquid lipsticks, and 2 lip glosses. So I will swatch these for you guys. I'm wearing a combo today of 2 of these products. The first is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Meringue. which is more of like a neutral peachy color. Really pretty. This is definitely the most like wearable out of the bunch. Then I've got a blue tone pink to swatch for you. This is the MAC Patent Polish Lip Pencil in Patent Pink. I do love this formula, but I don't know if I'm into this kind of shade anymore. You can tell out of the three, it makes this one look a little bit more neutral even. This is just really bright. Oh, it's like a Barbie color. Then for my two glosses, my other blue tone pink, this is the NYX Butter Gloss in Meringue. I love this formula, but again, I am just getting more and more boring with my lip colors. That's so bright. Those two are very similar. That one's even a little bit more neon. It makes this look like a freaking neutral, huh? Right? Looks like a freaking mauve. Okay, my camera overheated, so I am back. I'm sure the lighting is different because it happens every time my camera overheats. I don't know what to do about it. My apologies. But I had just started swatching the glosses. So the one in my makeup basket for this month is the NYX Butter Gloss in Maple Blondie. And I love this formula, but again, I'm not super into bright colors anymore. And I do have similar things like Buxom Creamsicle, which I used last month. So I wanted to show you what they look like swatched beside each other. So right here is the NYX and here is the Buxom. The Buxom is looking really like orange in comparison. So I would normally like the NYX better because it's a little bit more pink, but the Buxom is more sheer, so it doesn't look like that on the lips. But yeah, I don't know that I need them both though. And if I kept one, I would keep the Buxom, but I'm going to test, not really in comparison. I know what this one looks like on me, so I am going to test this one, see if I still want to keep it. So then for liquid lipsticks, I have another peachy color. This is Dolce by Anastasia. I did wear this in a video recently, but I'm not sure if it's a video that I already posted or one that I filmed that I haven't posted yet. I don't know, but I did wear this in a video. It didn't look bad on camera. I didn't love it in person, but I will try it again because this looks amazing on other people. I want it to look amazing on me. It just looks really orange. Like to me, it looks like a freaking carrot right there. Just like, no, it's a weird color on me, unfortunately. So like I said, I do want to try a little more. Then this other liquid lipstick I have is from Dose of Colors. Ooh, Lord, just pop right up. This is Lazy Daisy. And I don't know why. I feel like when I put Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks upside down, which I always do, I get a lot of product on the applicator, if you can see that. Well, now you guys can actually see stuff. When I say, can you see that? You can actually see it. What do you want to, duh? I don't know. But you don't know yesterday, and I don't know today. So here's Dose of Colors Lazy Daisy. It's actually really similar to that Bite Beauty one. So here are the lip colors I'm going to be wearing this month, with the exception of this one. And this one, I was just showing you some swatch comparisons. So just let me swatch this one for you. This is Buxom Pink Champagne Lip Gloss. That was a roll over. That's what I meant to say. Hopefully I get use out of the rollovers especially. This is just like a really sheer nude pink gloss. So definitely want to get some good use out of all of those. So I'm feeling kind of excited for this month, not major excited. I think I have a lot of things I'm testing that are on the chopping block, which is not as much fun as some things that are new, of course, but hopefully I will make some good decisions and maybe fall in love with some products, get some use out of things that I like but neglect, like some of those Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. But that was my monthly makeup basket for May. Next month will be June. I'm gonna wear my summer makeup, which is insane. Like, that's freaking crazy, but I would love to know what products you guys plan on wearing for this next month. I would love to know your thoughts on the things that I've mentioned here. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.